No. Good morning, class. So in the last lesson we wrote a test, a class test. You will write another test on Tuesday, okay? Hopefully the marks will be a bit better. Sorry? It will be better. Okay. Wishful thinking? Or positive thinking? No? Nice, I like it. So it's class test 1 for term 2. So the question says, we just put here class test 1 term 2 2022. So here we are told that, given the diagram below, QU is equal to TS. Identify with reason the quadrilateral. So you must say what type of quadrilateral this is. And what type of quadrilateral is this? It's a parallelogram. Why is it a parallelogram? Whoops. And why is it a parallelogram? Two pairs. So it's a parallelogram. The thing must be restarted, but I don't have the time now. So it's a parallelogram. Why? Because two pairs of opposite sides parallel. That's why it's a parallelogram. Okay. Then the question says prove that triangle PQU is congruent to triangle RST. So what can we say? Since this is a parallelogram, that length is equal to that length, not so? That angle is equal to that angle there, and that was given equal. Can you see that? So that will be the case of side angle side. But how do we state this out? We say, whoops. We first say, in triangle PQU and triangle RST. So what do we say first? What can we say first? So QU is equal to TS. Why? Given. Okay? And then angle Q is equal to angle S. Why? Because we've got two pairs of opposite angles equal in parallelogram. Okay? PQ is equal to SR. Why? Two pairs of opposite sides equal in parallelogram. So there we have a case of side angle side, not so? So now we can say therefore triangle PQU is congruent to triangle RST. Why? We use side angle side. Okay. So these two triangles are now congruent, which means to say all the corresponding sides and all the corresponding angles are now E. Not so? So that's that. Let's go to the next one. Now in the next question we are asked, hence complete. Now based on the previous information, I'm just going to write it in here because we will need it now. It was triangle, what is it? PQ unit. PQU is now congruent to triangle RST. It was now proven. Eh? So then in other words the question is PU is equal to RS. Oh sorry, RT. Can you see that? That's it. One more. Then we are told if QUP 70 degrees and angle TRS is 30 degrees. TRS is 30 degrees. And angle S is 80 degrees. Calculate UPT. UPT. This angle here. But what do you notice here? The alternate angle. So in actual fact, that angle has to be 70 degrees. So that is 70 degrees. Why? The alternate angles are equal with PS being parallel to QR. So 70. You all okay with that? Then I want to know TRU. TRU. This angle here. However, for that angle there, we can see we have co-interior angles there. Can you see that, people? So TRU plus 30 degrees plus 80 degrees adds up to 180. Why? Co-interior angles. With PS being parallel to QR. So TRU is equal to 70 degrees. Now, if you have said that angle TRU is 70 degrees because of that being opposite angles of a parallelogram, you should get it wrong. Why? Because we did not prove, neither did they tell us that that was a parallelogram. Can you see that? That's why sometimes geometry you will see a BD. BD means breakdown. You are assuming things that is not the case. We're not given or not proven. Okay? Any confusion here? Let's see where we stop here. Alright. That's 70 there. Alright. Then the question says, the next one. Don't forget, not Monday, Wednesday. Similar test, okay? Until you guys get this right. Can't embarrass me like this every time, no? Alright. Guys must do well. What's the you should do maths and you not doing well in maths? No? Or you just want your mommy to tell everybody that my child do pure maths. Yeah. No? That's all you want. No? Your parents are proud of you doing maths, not so. Whose parent is not proud of them doing maths? I'm sure all your parents are proud of you. So make them prouder by getting a good mark. Or is that enough for you? For your mommy to tell everybody pure maths? No? When I was younger, my mommy was also like, my certificates was on the wall only for maths. I didn't get the certificate for any other thing. No? The wall was full of my certificates with maths and one geography award. I had a pretty geography teacher in grade 9. Beautiful. So for some reason or other, I remembered everything she said. But yeah. But further than that, only maths. And he gave me that urge to do better and better all the time. Okay? So you guys must try me. And on a Thursday I'm here. I sit every Thursday alone here. You know how hard so and saddening that is. You could have.
Because it wasn't got after school consumables because I switched from subject.
Oh, now you're doing after school concert. Nice.
But I didn't know because it wasn't continuous.
I'm here on a Thursday, I'm here on a Friday, I don't know. You guys just don't know work. But anyway, let's do this. Let's change our color, maybe the mood will change, okay? So let's go, 1.5. The question says, again, so in triangle, PUT and triangle RTU. That's how we always start off. So it's going to be PUT and RTU. There are 4 cases for congruency. What are the cases? Side, side, side. Side, angle, side. We're using side, angle, side. It must be the included angle. Angle, angle, side. Or right and hypotenuse side. So what can we say here from get-go already? Those 2 angles are equal. What else can we say? UT is a common side. What else can we say? Sorry? Some of you said that PU is equal to that, which is absolutely correct. That is equal. However, this is the case of side, angle. If you knew this angle, then yes. If that angle you could have proved is equal to that angle, then yes, you're absolutely correct. But since you don't have that angle, you can't use the case of side, angle, side. So if you say that PU is equal to TR proven or given or whatever, you're not going to get a mark. So that is not helping us prove the theorem, the congruency. Does it make sense? Right. So let's go again. So what do we say? We firstly say, can I just say angle P? No, boring. You must say UPT. This angle is equal to URT or TRU. Why? Which is equal to 70. Why is that 70? Proven. Next. Then we are told that then we can say that TU is a common side, or TU is equal to TU, brackets common side. One more. What's the last thing we can say? That this angle here is equal to that angle there. Can you see that? Why? Alternate angles. Okay. So you can say that P, T, U is equal to T, U, R. Why? Because the fact it is alternate angles with PS or PU or PT, sorry, being parallel to UR or QR. Enough to conclude congruency? Yes. So therefore triangle PUT is congruent to triangle RTU. Why? Because it's angle, angle, side. That is one way I could have done it. The other way I could have done it was, you see, you could have said that PS is equal to QR. Why? Because I have two pairs of opposite sides equal in parallelogram. Not so. But PS is made up of PT plus TS, which is equal to, and QR is made up of QU plus you are. I think somebody did this method. Okay? But we know that QU is equal to TS. Why? Proven. Or given, sorry. Given. So if QU is equal to US, therefore PT is equal to UR. You see that? Here we got that side. Okay? We know that this angle and that length is equal to that length. Why? Proven. Not so? Is that not so, people?
Yes.
Right. And then angle TPU is equal to QRT is equal to 70. Why? Proven. That would have also been a case of side, angled side. And there, that is what I was talking about. If we're using two lengths, it must be the included angle that is being known or used. Okay. That is a good question. The last one. This is the properties of a rhombus. Okay. So this is a rhombus. And none of you drew the rhombus. What's a rhombus? A tilted square. So this should have given you some idea of what's happening. First property, all four sides are equal. Number one. Secondly, two pairs of opposite angles equal. Number three, two pairs of opposite sides parallel. Number four, no? Diagonals bisect each other, which means to say they cut each other in half. That's 5. Then diagonals bisects its vertex angles. And the last one, diagonals are perpendicular to each other. 6 properties of a rhombus, each one with 6 marks. Every mistake you do, you lose one of the correct, what's the name you gave the correct the statements given on the shape in question. Okay. Yes, Michael. Oh, you know, when you ask me something, it feels like you're going to ask me a maths thing. Right, go. People, yeah, that's that. Let's take this Mickey Mouse off here. Come and make us proud, man. Sorry? Oh, you thought I was proud already? Okay, let's leave it like that for now. Alright, people, your homework was 5.5. Not so? Any issues with 5.5 in the first column? The first column only. 5.5. Sorry? Nothing. Now you see, man, that is what confuses me. You have no problem with the homework, ever. But when it comes to a test or exam, then it tells us a different story. Right, second column. Sorry? D. Right, let's look at D. People, sine, cos, tan, it's a reciprocal function. Sine, cos, tan would be cot, sec, cosec. Not so? So sec 90 is the same as 1 over cos 90. Put in the calculator. You get the error, ne? Error. So 1 over cos 90. Math error, which means to say undefined. The sum doesn't exist. But there's no value for that. Okay. Yes. Non-existing, absolutely. But the proper mathematical notation for that is undefined. So no solution to it. The solution is it doesn't exist. Okay. Anything else? Sorry? H. Okay, let's look at H. J. Okay, so sec is 1 over cos, so 1. Okay. Now you see that the problem here is that there's a 2 in front here, man. But for sec is 1 over cos. So only the sec goes down to the denominator in becoming cos. That's the issue. So you put that in the calculator. That would simply be 2 over cos 60. Should be 4. You look at the J, again, only that cot goes down. Can you see that? So it's 3 over cot is 1 over 10. So if you got 3 cot 30, that would be 3 over tan 30. Can you see that? 3 over tan 30. Now this line here means what? Divide. Cosec. So if you look at, we're going to look at 2 cosec theta. So that would be 2 over sine theta. Can you see that? So that would be divided by 2 divided by 2 over sine 30. Just put that in the calculator. It's 3 over tan 30. The reason why I'm breaking up the fraction is because sometimes when you enter this into the calculator, you enter it wrong. Okay? So it will be divided by 2 over sine 30. Oops, I didn't close the bracket here. So it's going to give you 3 root 3 over 4. Otherwise, you could have press SD standard to decimal, you get 1,3. 1,3. Otherwise, you put it in the calculator straight away, it will be 3 over tan 30. But like I'm saying, many times the learner messes up. Okay? Because they put 3 over tan 30 and then they press the fraction button again straight away. And that is not the case. 2 over sine 30, which is that. Okay. Anything else? All right. So now we're going to look at Google Drive. Right. Now we're going to look at the fact that we dealt with that, we dealt with this, reciprocals, solving right angle triangles. That's your next heading, solving right angle triangles. So solving right angle triangles, and then you write given a side and an angle. Given a side and an angle. Yes? Okay. This is an example on page Which page is on? 114. Okay, so you're looking at the example on page 114. We are told that in a right angle triangle we can calculate any required side or angle if we know one side and one angle, or one side and another side. So either we know two sides, we can calculate the angle and the other side, or we have one side and one angle. So if we have two-part information of a right angle triangle, we can solve that triangle. What does solve the triangle mean? Solving the triangle means to say calculating all the unknown sides and all the unknown angles. Make sense? Yes? Yes. We need three pieces of information, but already know that in a right angle triangle, one angle is 90. So as long as it's a right angle triangle, that would work for us. So today we're going to look at given a side and an angle. Given a side and an angle. Did you write that down already? Alright. So this is example 1 on page 114. Alright. So we are told here, in triangle FGH. Do you see FGH? Now, they could have given this information without drawing this triangle. They could have done that as well. Okay? Then you should be able to draw triangle FGH. Then what we do is, we draw a triangle. Whoops. You draw a triangle. Then we say, okay, FGH, angle F is 90. So we fill in that first. Angle HG is 20. So there's H and there's G. HG is 20. And angle H is 20. And then there's your triangle. Not so. But here the triangle was given to us. So we are told that angle F is 90. HG is 20. And angle H is 23. The question says, calculate correct to two decimal places when necessary. When necessary, in the first case, FG. So, they want you to calculate this here. But that side is what? Relative to this angle. It's the angle opposite that 23 degrees. Not so. What is this in terms of the triangle? Is your hypotenuse. So, if you're looking at sine, cos, tan, it's otherwise has a hat of x. Okay, so what do we have? We have the angle, right? We have the opposite, and we have the, we want to calculate the opposite, and we have the hypotenuse. So which trigonometric function do you think you're going to use? Sine, cos, or tan? Sine. As you can see, it's 360. Now, do we have to write this down here all the time? No. You can do this in your head, it's fine. Okay. So we are going to use sine. So we write here, sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. So we say sine. What is the theta angle? So theta is 23 degrees equals opposite, which is FG over hypotenuse, which is 20 degrees. 20 units. You guys are okay? You understand? Let's do it again. Yes. Okay. Alright, so what what we say is, they want you to work out FG. FG is what to the angle? The opposite. What is this to the angle? Hypotenuse. Why am I not worried about FH? Is because there's nothing there. Can you see that, people? So we say, okay, which trigonometric function is opposite and hypotenuse? So we say, okay, we've got sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. What we have at this point, we have, okay, which is equal to Oliver has a hat of apples. So the angle theta is known. We have opposite, is what we want to calculate. And we have the hypotenuse. So since there's 3 ticks on sine, we're going to use sine. Makes sense? Otherwise, if you're looking at cos, we have an unknown adjacent side. Okay? But they asked us with regards to FG. And we're not picking up FG when we use cos. However, tan, we are picking up FG. But we don't have the adjacent thing. Does that make sense? Okay. Go back. Alright, so we said we're going to use sine. Alright, so we write down sine first. So we say sine theta equals Oliver has opposite of hypotenuse. So we say sine, what's the theta angle? Equals opposite, which is FG over hypotenuse, which is 20. So we cross multiply. Not so. So we now say FG is equal to 20 sine 23. 20 sine 23. So what do I do with that? Punch that in the calculator. Not so. So we have 20 sine 23. Put that in the calculator. Let's see what we get. Sorry? 7,81. Are you all okay with that, people? Who's confused? Okay. So that will be 7,81. Now put this in the diagram. Then the question is to calculate angle G. Oops. So how do you think we're going to calculate angle G? Are you going to calculate this angle here? Sum of triangles. So what do I say? Angle G plus what? 90 is plus 23 equals 180. Reason? Sum of triangles. And this triangle FHG. So angle G works out to be what? 180 minus 90 minus 23. 67 degrees. Any confusion thus far? No? C. C asks you to calculate FH. Which is this length here. How do you calculate FH? By Pythagoras. Not so? So, you set up the theorem of Pythagoras, what will it be? What would the theorem of Pythagoras be? Hypotenuse squared, which is? So it will be 20 squared equals 7,81 squared plus fh squared. Reason? Theorem of Pythagoras, so it's Pythagoras. Angle F equals 90 degrees. So how do I calculate fh here now? You bring that over. Not so? Why? So that we can have fh on its own. So it's going to be 20 squared minus 7,8 squared equals fh squared. So punch that in the calculator. Seven comma 81 is the last answer calculated, so it's going to be 20 squared minus answer squared equals 338,91. That is for h squared. No? 338,91. The square root thereof normally goes plus minus. I'm not going to go plus minus here. Why? Why is it only positive? Because length is never negative. 18,41. But some of you are going to say, but couldn't I have used something else? Couldn't I have used cos here? The answer is absolutely correct. You could have used cos. Remember, we got a triangle looking like this here. There's your 90 degrees, there's your 23 degrees, and you had 20 here. That's if this is O, no? If H. So the question you should be asking yourself, which trigonometric function uses, since if H is what to the angle? Adjacent. What do we have? The hypotenuse. We also had the opposite, no? You could have used opposite and you could have used tan as well. But we always try and use what is given to us. Okay? In case you made a mistake in calculating FG, then a mistake will filter through. Okay? But you could use this, no problem. So the question is, which trigonometric function uses adjacent? So there's adjacent, there's adjacent. We have the angle, of course. But what do you want? And we have the hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse. So which trigonometric function you going to use? Cos. Can you see how I choose which one I'm using? So I say cos of theta. Use the red. Cos of theta, which is cos equals adjacent of hypotenuse. So you say cos theta is equals the adjacent, which is HF over hypotenuse, which is 20. That's over 1 cross multiply. So HF is equal to 20 cos 23. You put that in the calculator. 20 cos 23 is going to give us 18,41. Can you see that? Either way you'll get the correct and the full mark for it. Okay? For homework. For homework, I want you guys, we're going to in the next lesson do the example 2. But for homework, I want you guys to do exercise 5.6. Okay, I'm going to do all the odd numbers on the board, okay? So exercise 5.6. on page 116. Okay. Enjoy the weekend and enjoy your Eid on Tuesday. Eid is Tuesday. Enjoy the weekend.